Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my elders and apostles of the great millstone that do rule well. Alright, starting with Apostle hardening it down. And Shalom to sincere icons out there that's pushing the truth, to seal the elect, followed by the 1/3 through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem Shai, right? There's no risking your bodies and being steadfast and unmovable in the faith. Alright. And this lesson is going to be about really how it's always good to be wise at all times. All right, because in this come to the truth, man, you're gonna realize you're gonna realize that being carnal is not the way, not the path to go. All right, because being a true man of the Lord, spiritual, being spiritual is always is always the way to go, and not be carnal. All right, whether you going to work, even you out there in the highways and byways, even if you got a function or event, if you go out somewhere, because anywhere basically, because being wise, is always the key. All right. This is Matthew 22 and verse 9, and it says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as," so like it says, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage." Right, man. So it's a commandment from from Yahweh Shema Shai for us to do that. Right, but go to highways. We do we gotta do. Parasites downfall this kingdom. All right, but at the same time, you have to be wise. All right, because while we're out there, anything can happen. Because the Lord, His life is in our hands. All right, and when we're out there, we have to be spiritual and never carnal. All right, because it's like it says in Romans, take vengeance. Don't take vengeance in your own hands. The Lord, vengeance is mine. Saying that, not verbatim. All right, because you have to be spiritual right there, not carnal. All right, if you have cops come up, scoffers come up, always be spiritual, keep it carnal, because being carnally minded is death. All right, I'll get that Romans real quick. All right, This is Romans 12 and verse 19. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai." Right, man? So this is not our time to act carnally. All right? Because Yahweh Bashim Shai, when He returns, He's gonna take upon it. He's gonna take upon Himself to do so. All right? Because of what Esau and these other nations have done to the children of Israel, all right, which consists of you so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native Americans, all right. But nonetheless, man, don't become carnal while you're out there in the highways and byways, all right, or anywhere else with that matter, all right, because once you come to the truth, you're gonna realize that things are, you're gonna realize that there's gonna be more demons out here trying to attack you, because this is a spiritual warfare. But you gotta have that spiritual discernment to know when that's a demon or not. All right. So be spiritual at all times, because you know who could be watching. All right. Real quick. This is Matthew's. All right, Matthew's 5 and verse 25, and it says, "Agree with thine adversary quickly." All right, right, man. So agree with your adversary quickly. All right, man. I'll keep going. "While thou art in thy way with him, lest at any time with the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge to deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast to prison." Right, man. So whether you have the cops come up while you out there in highways and byways, whether you're at your workplace, your so-called boss, or your co-worker, all right, because those are going to be the ones who to get you to become carnal, all right, because because they're carnal, all right, because those are just demons on them to get you to go off. But nonetheless, man, I'm gonna read it again. It says Matthew 5:25, "Agree with thy adversary quickly." All right, now, like I say, you have a cop come up to camp, and and they say, "Can I have your name, your typical information?" All right, your license, or whatever. All right, just cooperate. Just go with the flow, basically, man. Just do as that officer says. All right, because we have a job to do. All right, we can't get caught up in and getting arrested and stuff. All right, because like it says in Romans, the vengeance is mine. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's gonna take it into his own hands to do what we want to do, but not yet. All right, and that work. You have a asshole for a boss. All right, and to keep just pushing your buttons. Just remember this scripture, right? So bring what I would say quickly. All right, and vengeance is not yours yet in this side, but soon it will be. All right, and just go with the flow and listen to what your boss says, so you can get out of there. All right, and just basically, man, just send the curses in your head and claim that man as a slave or that woman. All right. This Matthew chapter 6, chapter 10 and verse 16, and it says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be as therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Right, man. So we out there in the world, or at camp, or at work, whatever, always be wise. All right, because like I said before, you never know who's watching. All right, you always got to be wise, because there's gonna be times when you want to become carnal, but you gotta have that spiritual discernment to be like, oh, this is just a demon, fucking with me, all right? Because you gotta keep it wise at all times. All right, and it says, "Be as therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So right. So you gotta be harmless as doves. So you can't become carnal. All right, because being the man of the Lord, being in this truth, being spiritual is the key to is the key. I would say the key to even to boost your spiritual discernment. All right, that's what I would say from speaking as a man, from my personal, because I've had plenty of times when people will come up to me, just, even at camp, people will come up to us, just spew madness. All right, and being men of the Lord, you have to keep that have to just use them spiritual eyes, that third eye, to know when this is a demon fucking with y'all or fucking with you. All right, and that's when scriptures pop in your head. Just being wise as serpents. I mean, harmless as doves. All right, because you never know what can happen. All right, you never know what they're thinking to you, what they're thinking about you. All right, because they're probably thinking, man, I just get him. I just want to get him out of his place. Like what can I do today to fuck with him? Not just the demon on him. All right, because demons are all around you. All right, if you go to work, go out somewhere to go grocery shopping. Say go, like you go out to the club or something. It's spirits around you to throw you off. All right, because those demons that's on those people, they want you to become carnal, to get out of pocket and get to fall down to stoop to their level. But that's the way of that's Satan. Basically Satan, man. He using using them to get to you. All right, and just a way to sift you out. All right. Where's it at? I'll just get this real quick. It's Proverbs 16 and verse 7. And it says, "When a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, he maketh even his enemies be at peace with him." Right, man? So, like going back to Matthew 5, agree with your adversary quickly. Right? Because, even the enemies, if you cooperate with them the proper way, like you say you get pulled over or police come up to the camp, and if you just abide by what they're saying, they're going to agree with you and leave you alone. All right, because like it says in Psalms, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm in the midst of them. Not saying verbatim. All right. And read again. It's a lot. So they're always going to, be at peace with you because you're at peace with them. Let's real quick too. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 1. And it says, to everything there's a season, and a time to every purpose under it's like, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So yeah, man, when you realize you come to the truth, you have to be spiritual, right? So like it says in Romans, the vengeance is mine, said the Lord. All right, and it's time to fight, time to kill, time to be born, time to be alive. All right, you can keep going down reading Ecclesiastes 3, but that's the point I want to get to. But not yet, man. Vengeance is not yours yet. And to be wise, is to be, have that spiritual discernment to know whether the time is right or no. If you're stuck in a dilemma, just cast a lot, man. All right, just flip the coin. All right, just be wise. All right, and being wise, that's the key to in the truth. That's one of the keys to being the truth, keeping it spiritual. All right. Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Right, man? So when you come out being a carnal individual, that's the wrong way to go. That's going on the wrong path, man, which is death. All right, because being, like I said, being carnally minded is death. All right, you're feeding the flesh, you're feeding those demons. All right, you're stooping down to that level, And it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. All right, man. So when you come to this truth, man, being spiritually minded is what you need, is what you have to go through. All right, you have to have patience. You have to have because it says patience possess you souls. So you have to wait for the Lord to come and take vengeance, but the time is not yet. All right, but being spiritually minded is life and peace. So when you become spiritual, when you can sift things out to what it really is, you just become a better individual, and you continue to grow in this truth. All right, and that's really it, man. Through the spirit, I had to get off my chest, because it's always good to be wise, all right? Because in the time you're coming into, you're gonna have more, more agents come up to the camp. You're gonna be more demonized in this truth, all right? And this toward the man of GMS, all right? But hey, man, Lord, when this edifying, all right? Through spirit and power, I just want to say, call Lay How about Shemal Shai, all right? Double honor to my elders and apostles, the great millstone that do real well. And shalom to occupants that's pushing the truth, sincerity, and diligence. All right. That being said, shalom. Death to America, man. All right. Keep enduring. All right. The kingdom is about to be here. All right. Keep pushing. Shalom.